Hello, this one's a clip from the Last Minute Wrestling podcast. Make sure to listen to the full episode on the link below in the description and leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcast. Thank you so much, guys.
I've had some of my favorite matches ever with Gangrel. He's probably my favorite opponent of all time. Been in the ring a million times with Jake the Snake. I love him. I've learned so much. I mean, I cannot tell you how much sneaky tricks I've learned from Jake the Snake. There's just lots of.
How did you two get in touch in the first place?
So I wrestled him in England when I very first started wrestling. I want to say the night or two before I was supposed to wrestle him, I was wrestling Nigel McGuinness, and on a move gone wrong, and it was my fault. Like, it was Nigel giving me a move that I had suggested. I'd taken it not 1,000 times, but I took it a lot. I could do it. And somehow I just screwed it up. And next thing you know, I was out cold, out. I was on cold. And we were very close to the finish of the match. So Nigel wasn't sure if I was dead or if I was pranking him or so covered me. And he thought I was joking with him because he said I was snoring. And next thing you know, like Joe Legend and other guys are coming, Robbie Brookside, and these guys are coming flying into the ring to check on me. I was totally out cold, and I woke up in an ambulance on the way to the hospital. So my eyes are opening, and all I can hear is that wee you, the sirens go, and I'm in eyeliner and the long hair and these weird silly tights and all this stuff, and I'm in this ambulance. And so basically, long story short, the doctor told me that I had a concussion, and she said that I shouldn't wrestle for a couple of weeks. And I thought, there's no way I'm not wrestling Jake the Snake in 2 days. So I totally lied to the promoter and said, yeah, I'm fine, I'm good. And we had the day off the next day. So I had one day to kind of, shake it off and everything. And we went and we had the first time I wrestled him was that night. So I was totally concussed. Yeah. We had a fun match. It was scary. It was fun. It was, everything. And we did not get along. He was kind of like bugging me, and I was irritated with him, and I know he was just trying to get under my skin, and I knew, he would probably try to do that, and I still let it bother me, and then but then we wrestled, and then we got along great, so that was good, and then I did for maybe another year or so, and then in Canada, not too far from where I was raised, wrestled Jake on a tour for a few days in a row, and we got along great. And he had said he really liked how I worked. He liked my character. He liked my look. He liked all the stuff. We got along. Our personalities were similar. And he offered for me to come and ride with him. And he said, I think Vince McMahon would really like you. He goes, you're still new and green, so let's polish you a little bit. Let's get you ready for an opportunity with Vince. So I did, and I traveled with him, and I tagged with him, wrestled against him. He would watch my matches if I was wrestling somebody else, and he would give me, criticism. And I learned more sitting on Jake's couch, and he would just take his remote control and put in the VCR, him versus Ricky Steamboat, him versus Rick Rude, him versus $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase. And he would pause and play and say, brother, this is what I was doing here, and this is why I did this, and this is what I was doing, and this is what I was up to, and blah, blah, blah. And I learned so many sneaky tricks of timing and just different psychology, and it was fascinating. And years later, so we just more and more over the years, actually, not too long ago, I was having dinner with Raven, and he was saying that you're basically the portable hard drive for Jake the Snake knowledge. You've spent more time with him than anybody. So you've absorbed from his brain, to your ears and eyes. But Jake is like 65, so he can't have those amazing matches anymore. But his psychology is still amazing. So Raven had kind of pointed out, he's like, you're young and you can, I'm not old, I'm not young, but I can hang with any 21-year-old, no problem. Yeah. But he was like, out of all the wrestlers out there that have some knowledge and this and that, you're walking around with all of Jake's stuff, plus everything you learned as well, besides Jake, like from wrestling Raven, wrestling Bundy, wrestling Rock and Roll Express, Steiner Brothers, Road Warriors.
Yeah.
Learning. So I think those experiences combined with my mom was a school teacher, so she was always explaining things to me, and I think I learned explain things half decently. So I think a lot of the wrestlers or students would say that I have a good bedside manner on how to explain things. So
Yeah.
I think I got that from my mom. And Jake was very, very clever in how he explained things too, and I would use a lot of that as I teach now at wrestling school or at seminars, different things. So